we're back after YouTube hiatus number 20 at this point now, but we are going to be back more regularly because there's actually a reason to upload YouTube videos. So, for those who've been following my Instagram, I've been dieting for the last couple of months now. And there has been a reason, because I've been wanting to prep this year a little bit earlier than I normally would do. Reason being, I'm just super busy with business towards the end of the year. But there's been a little bit of an issue where I've had like massive neck and shoulder issues that have been really impeding my push training for pretty much the whole prep, to be honest. So it's been a bit up in the air, and me and AJ have been umming and ahhing with regards to whether we are actually going to compete this year. But over the last couple of weeks, it's got a bit better, and my physique's starting to come to life again now. So today, I'm going to be training push here at Be Modified, and we are going to be having a look at my physique, myself and AJ, and we'll be making the final call as to whether we do compete, and then we'll be going over what shows I am going to be doing if I am doing so. So sit back, relax, and let's get into the video. Right, for those who are wondering what I'm actually doing, no, I'm not converting to high rocks. I'm actually doing some mobility stuff. So as part of the rehab for my neck and shoulder issue, I am doing like a mobility program pretty much every day. And to be honest, if you are competing in bodybuilding, whether you're injured or you're not, you should be doing some form of mobility. It really helps in terms of your posing, in terms of being able to get into the poses and really open up, and also from a training perspective as well. If you have a muscle group which you struggle to activate because of something, maybe a shoulder mobility issue, if you keep consistent with your mobility, trust me, it does get a lot better. And I found that with my chest training, me doing regular mobility work has massively helped with that. Is this a Conte Sports bottle? Yes, it is, because as of this video, I will have been announced as a Conte Sports athlete, which is a really, really cool opportunity. I've been using their products for a good few years now, and I've been asked to be, I suppose, an athlete for a few supplement companies. I've never said yes, just because I'm not really aligned with the brand or use the products of those other companies. But with Conte, honestly, I feel like it's a perfect fit in terms of just the general, what the brand represents, the aesthetic of it, and also the products are really good as well. In fact, I've actually used Mega Pump and Conviction pre-workout, and I'm having the EAs as we speak. So if you do want to get a little discount and you want to support myself, just use KES10 at the discount for 10% off. Through my pockets as we speak, and my Vaseline is missing. Honestly, for those people who know me, right, I can't go anywhere without my Vaseline. I honestly think it's like a mental issue I have. I just need my lips moisturized with Vaseline, and I'm freaking out at the minute. So as soon as this camera stops rolling, I'm gonna scour the gym for some Vaseline. Right, update, my Vaseline has not been found, so just pray for me, guys. Hopefully I'll be okay. Anyways, first movement of push is gonna be the Nautilus pec deck. I always start off my push movements with a fly, just because I feel like it drives a lot of blood into the pecs, and it just helps me establish more of a mind-muscle connection with my chest before I go into the more heavy pressing movements. is the Nautilus flat press. Pretty much all my pressing movements now have to be like a neutral grip or some form of grip where I can really keep my elbows tucked in. Reason being, anything in which I have flared elbows like really hurts my shoulder at the minute. So I just have to be a little bit conservative with the weight and basically keep my grip neutral. It's one of them where in the past, I would have like really let this get me down and be like, oh, I can't train push because of this. But the more you think, okay, like how can I work around this? Am I still activating the muscle group, my chest? Yeah, I am. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Even if your training's not 100% optimal, you're not lifting the loads, you can always find a way around it to get that stimulus. Having this little injury during my prep has forced me to do is actually just completely ditch the logbook. So pretty much throughout my time in bodybuilding, I have used the logbook or just type numbers into my phone. And at times, especially during prep, that's actually made my training worse because you kind of get forced into thinking, okay, if I hit this number, then my session's a success. If I don't, then it's like a failure. And then when you have that mindset, sometimes you kind of like throw everything else out the window. Like, how does it feel? Are you executing it well? Are you getting a good mind-muscle connection? And I've gone a lot more by the feel now during this prep. So for me, I'm establishing good mind-muscle connections first, obviously training to failure and training hard. And other than that, I kind of have a mental idea of, okay, like this is roughly what I should be hitting in terms of like the weight and the reps. But if I'm like a rep or two down, but it feels great and I get a great pump and I got a failure, like for me, that's a win. And I feel like my physique, even though like I'm a little bit injured in that shoulder, has held up a lot better in this prep now. Like at this stage of prep, 12 weeks out, oops, spoiler alert, I haven't maintained this fullness before in my physique, and I think it will show on stage. Just the level of tissue density, fullness that I'll be able to retain through training like this, and it's probably something I'm going to take going forward into my off season as well, just going more by the feel rather than strictly by some numbers on a piece of paper.
Sick of all these people talking, sick of all this noise, tired of all these cameras flashing, sick of being poised. Now my neck is open wide, begging for a fist around it, already choking on my pride, so there's no use crying about it. I'm headed straight for the castle. They wanna make me their queen. And there's an old man sitting on the throne there, saying that I probably shouldn't be so mean. I'm headed straight for the castle.
Right then, so we're on the tricep portion of the workout now. So with arm training, generally speaking, honestly, just go mostly by the feel, to be honest. Like, this is something that I definitely wouldn't recommend going to on the side of progressive overload, just because I feel like when people go too far down that road, they just start to lose the connection with their triceps or biceps. And then they just end up using either the joints or different muscle groups. And often those people are the people who have small arms. Like, take this as someone who probably my arms are probably one of my better body parts. I've never tracked my arm training in my life. I always go by movements that I can connect with well, and that just feels safe and comfortable. And then I just go to get a crazy pump. This is something that I would recommend putting in drop sets, supersets, stuff like that, just to encourage more blood flow.
There's no use just crying about it. I'm headed straight for the castle. They wanna make me their queen. And there's an old man sitting on the throne there, saying that I probably shouldn't be so mean. I'm headed straight for the castle. They've got the kingdom locked up. And there's an old man sitting on the throne there, saying I should probably keep my pretty mouth shut. Straight for the castle. They've got the kingdom locked up. And there's an old man sitting on a throne there, saying I should probably keep my pretty mouth shut. Straight for the castle.
Right then, that is the session all finished. So we're gonna put some board shorts on. We're gonna get into some posing, and then we'll just wait for AJ, who should be here any minute. I trained after 1 today.
Yeah.
2 last time.
And more hydration last time as well. Okay.
Yeah, cool.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. Let's go through a round. I'll look at you in the mirror first.
Yeah.
And then I'll look at you straight on over there.
Yeah.
Nice, lovely. Beautiful. Yeah, very nice.
So that's the bodybuilding stuff. Good with them.
Yeah.
So that's something from the rear and the flatter as well. The My IFBB.
yeah.
So I struggle a bit more with them. I'm getting better.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's getting smoother as well. Still work to do, but it's one of them where it's just like, realistically, like how far down I need to diet to get into shape for that. Like I'm doing the posing because I enjoy it and I love it, but it's just like, I don't want to look fat and stretchy if I was to do it, you know what I mean?
And it's how much chest
Yeah.
has to kind of be compromised. I don't think you'd have a problem with, honestly, I don't think you'd have a problem with anything else.
Yeah.
I don't, even your arms, your delts, they could get smaller, wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
I don't think you compromise much. Your back, I don't think you compromise much. It's mainly the chest.
Yeah.
And the problem is that the side chest is such an important pose.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when the chest is just not got that,
Yeah.
like if we'd lost so much pop, then we can grow it back.
Yeah. See, it's this one that's the flatter one for me. Like that one isn't too bad when I kind of like put tension on it, but this one, I relatively speaking, it's just, that's the side I struggle with my shoulder. So
Yeah.
training's always been worse.
It does make sense to have the bigger one this side,
Yeah.
I think, as well.
Yeah.
Because that's the way that I hit it as well. Like
Yeah.
this pec is my problem.
Yeah.
So I hide it like that.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Get a bit more
See,
there.
where with Physique, I can just kind of hide it. All I'm hitting is a front pose. And I can just kind of hide it a little bit more.
Because you're a bit more
Yeah.
expanded.
I'm relaxing the
Yeah.
pec so I can roll the shoulder back a bit and keep it fuller. Should I do some physique posing?
Yeah, please. Yeah. Far off now.
I genuinely think, like, it's weird because you mentioned with my weight and everything, like I'm still 180 pounds, which is like 15 pounds above last stage weight. And I feel good, like I feel really full, like even when I'm flat, like I'm not like I remember last night I was like, my physique's dead.
Yes.
Now it's just, even when I'm flat, like yesterday, bro, I felt like, oh, I actually look alright here. So
I honestly think it's multifaceted. One, you've had a good off season, you've improved a lot. And two, it's just always being able to see the detail that we're working with. Because when you don't feed and you're constantly like, I need to get lean, I need to get lean. You just get permanently flatter. So you never actually see what you're working with. But I'm liking the fuller, fresher look week in, week out.
Sweet. Yeah, should we just do 2 rows, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Oh, that's lekker. That's really nice. Yes, quality. Even just I know obviously you work so hard on it, but that upgrade in your presentation is even like you're going like up another level. So it's like how you hit everything.
With the posing, like it just forces me like Brian to walk, you know what I mean?
Of course you do.
So I practice like twice a day.
Yeah, you can tell you're just so fluid with it. It looks mega. Yeah, go through another round. So transition backwards. Love that. That looks sick. Honestly, man, we're very close. We're not far off. Yeah, nice. Lovely. Yeah, back pose. Beautiful. Back right to front. Super. Yeah, honestly, I think from here, mate, rinse, repeat the current setup that we've got. I don't think you're going to lose much more than like 4 or 5 pounds maximum from here. Honestly, I really don't think. Like, you're going to get drier by just more time. Like, you've obviously improved at the same weight quite a lot here. If we can do that with little chips away, like, okay, we've got the 178 baseline. The next baseline is going to be like 177. Feed up back to 178. Then new low baseline 176. I don't think you're gonna get much below that.
That's crazy.
175, 174.
That's like 10 pounds of station.
It is, mate.
Mental.
It's 10 pounds of protection. It's 10 pounds of muscle that we've not lost. And it's probably 3 to 5 pounds of muscle that you built in your off season. So people underestimate the power of retention. It's like you could be a lot like it's like Finn's prep right now. You know, he's what 10 kilos up, but it's probably 6-7 kilos of retention. And then some new muscle. You know, so and with the way that you've executed your process this time around as well, like the amount of less stress on your system, I don't think you realise even how much of a change that would have made to the amount of muscle you would have built in the time gap that you've been self-employed. It's big. It really is big. It's like you body. Of course, your business is like priority 1, but now bodybuilding can sit like second, and a really good second. Whereas before it was like, you know, your business, then your job, then managing life stresses, then bodybuilding had to just like slot in. Even though you treated it super seriously since day 1, but now
honestly, no, I feel great. Like other than this, like to be fair, I feel this is getting better for sure. It won't recover by this prep, to be honest. I've just accepted. I'm just gonna have to work around it. But I can pose, okay. To be honest, I feel good. Like otherwise, I feel fresh. Like I'm not, you know, when I'm still waiting for that draggy feeling, and I'm like just not really feeling it. To be honest, I feel great. Like throughout the day.
Honestly, I think the way you felt like that before in the past is like almost too much. Right. So you're like compromising tissue, and that dragginess you probably won't feel this time around, just as a byproduct of not having to go there. but lean into that easiness of the prep in a way. You know, that's only going to keep you lower stress. But yeah, fucking great, mate.
No, I'm confident, mate. I'm confident in that.
Right then, and there we have it. Prep's on. So our 4th competitive season starts as of today. So shows we're gonna do: Two Bros MK Classic, followed by 2 weeks later, we're gonna be doing the Two Bros Trained by JP Pro Qualifier. So yeah, this year, my goal is to get my natural IFBB Pro Card. Obviously being a WNBF Pro, it might seem a bit weird going for another Pro Card, but for me, when I grew up watching, when I started watching men's physique, the physiques that I was watching were Jeremy Buendia, Andre Ferguson, Brandon Hendrickson, people like that. And I always thought like that IFBB Pro Card was something super unattainable. So now that naturals are having the opportunity to do that is very, very cool. And it's like a dream that I didn't think would ever happen. Still might not happen, but we'll see. So yeah, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it and we'll just see how we do. Overall, I am feeling very, very confident about my look. And I don't know if you caught some of the stuff that AJ was saying, but he's confident as well. And surprisingly, he doesn't think we actually have that much to lose. So as a reference, I was like 165 pounds on stage in my last season a couple of years ago, and he thinks we'll be around 10 pounds heavier than that, which I still find hard to believe, but we'll see, we'll see. I definitely feel a lot bigger. Definitely feel like I made major improvements to my physique, and then that's just reflected with how I'm just feeling and how I'm dealing with this prep. So yeah, overall, I feel good. So I am gonna be doing weekly prep videos. Some of them will be a bit more raw and it'll just be me talking to a camera and just going through my life, but some will be a bit more professional and legit like this. I might do one of these like once a month or something like that. So make sure you like, comment and subscribe to keep up to date with how the prep's going, and then we'll obviously get some show day videos as well. We'll catch you in a bit.